That's right, I'm back once again with another trophy hunting video, and I know, for some of you guys, maybe this is a little too soon, but after the surprising popularity of my previous video, how could I stay away? Because I'm seriously thankful for each and every one of you, and to prove how thankful I am, I decided that my next platinum should be on the game that was the most requested. Now that game just so happened to be Dead Rising 2. But in case you think I'm a pathological liar for whatever reason, I'll throw up some comments proving this is in fact the truth. Which I'm thankful for each and every one of you who did suggest this game, because it does seem like the next logical step. Especially with Dr. Doctor right around the corner, which I gotta discuss this for a second. Because I'm sure there's at least a handful of you guys who are on the edge of your seats asking, what's Taste of Al's opinion on Dr. Doctor now that they've shown actual gameplay? And to answer that question, boys and girls, it looks good. Like, you could even say this looks fantastic. And it's coming out in the next 2 months? September 19th? This is awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna 100% be platinuming this game for this channel. But I'm getting ahead of myself. For now, this is a video about Dead Rising 2. Well, actually Dead Rising 2 off the rec. Which I'll explain the difference in a second, but first let's look at the trophies. Now there's 51 trophies here if you include the platinum, however there is no 7-day survivor this time around, so I shouldn't have to play for 14 hours straight again, thankfully. But ignoring that, this list still looks very difficult, just like the first game, so let's get started. Now it's been nearly a decade since I last properly played this game, so I decided to enter Sandbox mode first, which is a mode that was specifically made for Off the Record, which has no time limit and lets you just have fun, along with some new challenges.
This is my vacation!
And as you can see, Frank West is back, which is the biggest change in Off the Record. Now the first thing I'm immediately noticing getting back in this game is just how slow Frank is. Now to be fair, I just got done with Dead Rising 1's platinum with my level 50 Frank, so I'm sure he's gonna speed up. But for now, let's do our first challenge. Now there's 30 of these challenges and 7 trophies tied to them, meaning that I'll have to do them all perfectly with gold medals, not just once, but twice, and the second time being in co-op. But in advance, I want to apologize to whatever poor soul I picked to help me with that one. In the meantime, we just got our first trophy. And judging by how miserably I just failed, we're going to be saving those challenges for later. But for now, we're going to make our first combo weapon, which is the biggest addition to Dead Rising 2. You see, unlike the first game where you just picked up whatever you wanted to use as a weapon, you can also use them and combine them with each other to make super weapons. Or I like to call them combo weapons because that's what they're actually called. And they're pretty dope, because as you can see, I just combined a kayak paddle with a chainsaw and it made 2 chainsaws and a kayak paddle. Does that make any sense? No, but it's awesome. And if you know me, I like awesome things. Awesome things aside though, our next trophy on the list is for winning a carnival game. Next up, I dressed Frank in Foley women's clothes and got Frank West crossdresser. Then after getting a couple more miscellaneous trophies, I decided it was time to start the story mode, which is where I immediately got my first trophy related to using the camera.
What are you up to?
I then decided to go for some of the other trophies tied to using the camera, which led me to getting my first PP sticker. And no, once again, these are not the kind of PPs you guys are thinking of. I had some very childish and immature comments on my previous video, and I'd prefer if we didn't have a repeat of that on this video because obviously that's not at all the case of what these pictures are being taken of. As you can see in the background, they're literally just these tiny stickers I have to take pictures of. They don't even say PP on them anymore, so let's get our minds out of the gutter. And I'm actually making some pretty good progress on these. Wait, what is that?
Awesome!
Well, I guess you guys win. Go ahead and comment whatever you want. Because obviously you guys were right. Taste of Al is a weirdo. But just like that, we got our last PP sticker. Also, you might have noticed I'm now level 50. That's because while going for those PP stickers, I was in sandbox mode and decided to grind for the 100,000 zombie kills trophy, which got my level up to 50, and also took some of my sanity with it. But then I decided to make some more progress in the story mode, and that's when I found some survivors. And yes, I do have some things to say about their AI in this game. However, I will be saving that for a later point in this video. For now, I decided to get the survivor drunk for a trophy. I then decided to go for one more trophy before heading back to the safe house, where I found something so spectacularly awesome that I don't think you guys are ready for it, so please prepare yourselves.
Is that a Proto Man helmet?
Yeah, you know, Mega Man's prototype, first introduced in Mega Man 3 on the NES. Cause yeah, it's that Proto Man, and I need that helmet, so we're gonna play some poker for it. And so began the longest and most boring game of poker I've ever experienced in my life. Because by no exaggeration, this game of poker has lasted me over 20 minutes already, and that's in real time. And for those of you who don't know, this game is on a time limit. That's right, in the right hand corner you can see the clock is ticking. I'm running out of time for the main cases, and I don't even need to do this. This is even for a trophy. I don't think you guys understand this. This is literally just for the Proto Man helmet. And I think this will show you how much I need this helmet. I am not leaving without this helmet.
This is it. This is it. Yes.
Yeah.
At least I think it's it, unless he takes his underwear off. Please don't. Oh! Yes. Yes! Let's go!
And just like that, I got the helmet, and I don't think you guys are going to see a single bit of gameplay for the rest of this video where I'm not wearing it, because it's awesome. But with that out of the way, I'm ready to finish the run, so I'm just going to rush through the rest of the game. Which is when I was met with one of the glitchiest, worst boss battles I've ever witnessed in a game.
Whoa, what just happened? I don't think this is supposed to happen. What the heck?
And if that wasn't bad enough for you guys, this happens immediately after. That's right, I get completely soft locked, unable to move, unable to do anything, no matter how many buttons I mash, and trust me, I mashed a lot of buttons here. And this caused me to have to restart from the last checkpoint, which don't get me wrong, not the biggest deal ever, I only lost like 10 minutes here, but still, just a little annoying. But luckily after finishing the battle, I was met with one of the greatest line deliveries of all time.
Always thought you had a crush on me. Too bad I don't dig flat chicks.
I got a couple trophies after that boss battle and did the overtime mode, and then it was done. I beat the game.
S rank. Let's go.
But we still got trophies to get, so I decided to start up the next run as fast as possible. And I heard rumors that we get something for getting S rank, so let's see.
No way. It's Proto Man's blaster and shield.
That's right, for getting the S rank ending, I got Proto Man's blaster and shield, which is incredible. I mean, just look at Frank's run cycle while I'm holding it. That's awesome. But let's get back to trophies. So for this run, I'm planning on cleaning up some miscellaneous story mode trophies, but I'm going for 3 particular trophies at the same time. Now the first one of these trophies is for me not to consume any meat, dairy, or alcohol until the military arrives. So to be extra safe, I'll only drink orange juice this run. Next up is the trophy called Cramped Quarters, where I need to have 8 survivors in one vehicle at one time. So I'll just collect every survivor I see until we have 8 of them. And then the final trophy I'm going for is for Denise to attack Sergeant Boykin, who is one of the final bosses in the game, and Denise is the first survivor I find, and we're about to get her. After acquiring Denise, I got 2 other survivors, and then I went on to tame Snowflake, which I did so by throwing slabs of meat at him. And then I took a picture of him eating those slabs of meat, and I got a trophy. By taming Snowflake, I found Lenny, who was willing to turn on the power to the casino for me. And it should be a surprise to no one that this got me yet another trophy. And also got my survivor count up to 4. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know about you guys, but this feels good. I then got Snowflake to attack a psychopath, which got me yet another trophy. Like, you know, this is getting kind of repetitive. I'm getting too many trophies back to back. You know, I'm feeling really good. I'm not gonna lie. But after that trophy, I dropped off Snowflake back at the safe house, and I decided to continue through the game. All while slowly building my survivor army. Which by the halfway point of the game, I had 7 survivors. And I took care of each one of them by periodically feeding them orange juice. Now, I don't know if the survivors are allowed to eat meat, and I'm just not, but I'm not taking any risks. Either way, none of them seem to complain about it. But I feel like this is a great point to segue and talk about Survivor AI just real quick. Now, luckily I don't have much to say here other than they're much smarter than they were in the previous game. They don't get grabbed nearly as often, and they actually seem to survive pretty well. And that's all I have to say about it because the military is about to arrive. This will be the moment of truth if I ate any meat, dairy, or alcohol. Or not. Luckily we got the trophy, and it appears my Frank's still a vegan. Now it's time to fight Boykin and have Denise hit him.
Come on.
Come on, speed it up! Quick, follow me!
Come on, Denise. It's all up to you guys. Hit him. Hit him, Denise. Hit him. Come on, Denise. Yes!
Also, yes, please take a second to appreciate the fact that I had 7 survivors at this fight instead of just the one that I needed. I made that trophy 10 times harder than it already was. But on the bright side, I now have 8 survivors. So we just need to find a vehicle. And after nearly 20 minutes of searching for one, I discovered something heartbreaking. So please, take a second to collect yourselves before I tell you this information. So as it turns out, those cars I needed to fit all 8 survivors stopped spawning at K7, which is where we're at right now. So if you're wondering why I'm shooting the survivors, that's why. I'm not totally upset, but I'm a little peeved. Because although these survivors aren't that hard to keep alive in this one, it still took some effort. So that's just disappointing. But I'll come back for this trophy later. So for now, I'm going to start doing the challenges, while only focusing on the single player ones because I don't even have a co-op partner picked for the co-op ones. And trust me, that's as concerning to me as it is for you guys because we're getting pretty far into this trophy list, and if I don't get a co-op partner, then this platinum's not happening. But for now, I'm just going to ignore that, and I'm just going to keep going through these challenges. I'm on a roll, guys. In fact, I might be colorblind because all I'm seeing is gold. And after a little bit more than an hour of grinding these challenges out, I got my next trophy. The trophy being for completing at least 10 challenges with at least a bronze medal. And I'll be honest, guys, I felt like I did at least a couple more than 10 by this point. But there's no point in complaining, so I just kept jacking these challenges off one by one, with each one being harder than the last. But even when it felt like they wouldn't stop coming, I kept doing them. And after nearly 4 hours, the finish line was finally in sight, and I was doing my last challenge. And by doing this last challenge, I actually got 2 trophies, not just one, but the one trophy was just for doing all the challenges with at least a bronze medal, so you don't need to see that one. But as it turns out, for doing all those challenges, I got a reward, and it made my grind worth it. You see, I got Proto Man's armor, so now I have the full outfit. That's pretty cool. Now at this point, I wouldn't blame you guys if you thought the point of this video is now to see how many times I could say the name Proto Man. And deep down, maybe it is, but we still got trophies to grind, with the next trophies I'm going for being the co-op challenges. But before we get to that, I want to discuss my least favorite addition to this game, and that is the human enemies. These guys right here that rob and steal from you constantly are just not fun to fight against. Now I do understand their inclusion, don't get me wrong, but I just don't feel like they're needed, especially in the abundance that they are. But then you have the snipers.
Goodness, it's like an Elden Ring boss. What's going on? FromSoft make this game? Oh my goodness! Miyazaki!
Now listen, before you say it's a skill issue, I think it's a problem with this port. Because I don't remember this game ever having the snipers react like this in the 360 and PS3 versions. I mean, it's like they have automatic snipers. It makes 0 sense how fast they shoot. And then half the time they'll shoot you through walls. It makes 0 sense. There's no logic here. And I failed to mention how many times the game's crashed on me so far. The answer is it's about 25 to 30 times. And I promise I'm done complaining for now. And please note, I'm still having fun doing this platinum, but it's just a little annoying when the game starts bugging out on you. But while I was complaining, I found a co-op partner for the co-op trophies. And his name was Yeezy Boost, who just so happened to be my biggest fan.
Oh my gosh, no way that's him. No way that's Taste of Al. I've been your biggest fan since the Dead Rising video. I just can't believe I'm in the game with you. Oh my god.
And so began our journey busting out these challenges one by one.
Okay, for our first challenge, we're gonna get as much PP as possible.
PP? What do you mean by that, Taste of Al?
Okay, we're doing pretty good here.
Taste of Al, I'm getting so much PP for you. Taste of Al, do you do crypto, or how am I supposed to get paid for all this?
Can you just please stick to the challenge?
And slowly but surely, the trophies started rolling in, and I started believing in this platinum more than I ever did before. And with each challenge we golded, my confidence grew even more. And after what felt like weeks, we finally made it to the last challenge, and we got the gold. Which means I now have the last challenge trophy.
Nice. Nice.
However, I still needed Yeezy Boost's help for one final trophy, and that was for defeating 5 psychopaths in co-op.
Okay, let's go. Is this gonna be it? I don't think so. Oh, dude, it is!
And with that being our final co-op trophy, it was time to say goodbye to Yeezy Boost.
Well, Yeezy Boots, it appears this is our final goodbye.
No, this can't be it. This can't be the last time.
I'm afraid it is.
And just like that, Yeezy Boost was gone. And it was finally my time to go for the last 3 trophies of this platinum. And the first of these trophies is finally get cramped quarters for getting 8 survivors in a vehicle, which after getting 6 survivors, I found the vehicle.
It's there. Finally, it spawns in.
And by some miracle, I found the last 2 survivors and I was ready for the trophy.
Is this it? Is this it? If I get in this clown car, is it gonna work? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Kenneth. Come on. Finally.
My next trophy was for taking this woman to show me a secret shortcut. And I really regret not doing this one earlier because not only is it an easy trophy, but the shortcut she shows you is so useful, it's not even funny. But there's no use in dwelling on that now because it's time to get my final trophy for this platinum, and it's for me averting a mutiny.
Is this it? $100. These things usually cost 10. Fine. Is that it? Is that the platinum? Nice. Let's go.
And just like that, by handing that dude a porno mag, I got the platinum. Which just so happens to be my 100th platinum, and that's a pretty big milestone, if I do say so myself. Now, is that something to celebrate and for me to be proud of? Probably not, but you know, it's something I did. But before I dwell on that too long, let me rate the platinum. Now, I'll start by saying this is a very time-consuming platinum. It took me a little over 80 hours for this. And when you think about how each playthrough is about 8 to 10 hours long, that's a lot of playtime. Especially when most of those 80 hours are spent grinding and doing the challenges. And some of those challenges are stupidly difficult, especially on co-op. However, they're called challenges for a reason, so I won't complain too much, and that would be stupid if I did. So all in all, I'd probably give this a 6.5 out of 10. Especially when compared to the first game, this game actually has checkpoints, so yeah, I think that's a fair rating. Now, the real difficulty in this platinum is trying to make the game not crash. It is ridiculous how many times the game crashed on me and how technically challenged this game is. It made me a little upset at times. And it mainly makes me upset just because these are problems with this port of the game. This PS4/PS5 backwards compatibility version is just broken. Which is a shame because this is one of my favorite zombie games of all time. And I would give this game a 9 out of 10. Every aspect of this game is just fun. So that being said, despite everything I've just complained about with the technical flaws, go play this game. Especially if you have a friend to play co-op with, it's a leap of fun. But that's really all I have left to say for this video, other than know that in September I will be back for Dr. Doctor. Because despite doing 2 Dead Rising videos back to back, I'm more excited than ever for that game. That being said, I want to do a platinum before Dr. Doctor that's not about zombies. So please leave me a comment down below and give me some suggestions if you have any. But for now, thanks for watching and I hope to see you guys next time.